If you want to grow, you need to start by being quiet. Stop complaining all the time. Stop asking for life to take it easy on you. No more making excuses. No more whining about your problems. Stop waiting for other people to understand you. Just be quiet and face your pain. That's the real beginning of change. Real change doesn't happen when people praise you or when things are going your way. It starts when everything is quiet. Your mind is racing with worry, and there's no one around to listen but you. You might think you can grow by reading books or listening to motivational speakers who tell you you can do it. But the real hard truth is that you grow when you sit with your own pain and don't try to escape it. When all the noise from the outside world goes away and you're left alone with who you are and who you aren't, that quiet place is where the real fight begins. If you're not ready to fight that battle in silence, you're not ready to grow. Growth doesn't announce that it's coming. It doesn't show up with a round of applause. It doesn't wait for the perfect time. It comes when you feel broken, when you've failed at something, or when you feel like you've been left behind. In that empty feeling, it dares you to make a choice. Get up or stay down. The power of being quiet. A long time ago, wise thinkers called the Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius, who was the most powerful man in the world at the time, didn't talk about being famous or celebrated. He talked about self-control, staying calm, and keep going even when you're in pain. He said something like this: "You have power over your mind, not the things that happen around you. Once you understand this, you will find your strength." He didn't say to scream at the world until it gives you what you want. He said to look inside yourself, find your strength in the quiet moments. This is something that people who are not strong rarely do. They talk, they make excuses, they find distractions to avoid feeling pain. But you are not here to be comfortable. You are here to change and become better. And to do that, you need two things: quiet and pain. This doesn't mean pain for no reason. It's the kind of pain that quiets your ego, tears down your false beliefs, and forces you to become the strong person you were too scared to be when life was easy. There's a pain that breaks you, and then there's a pain that remakes you into someone new. The Stoics didn't say to have no feelings. They said you should feel everything, but don't let those feelings knock you over. That is real strength. Another Stoic thinker, Epictetus, was born a slave and had a very hard life, but he said something that most free people today would be too scared to even think. If you want to get better, you have to be okay with people thinking you are foolish or stupid. In other words, you have to deal with the quiet pain of being misunderstood. Let people doubt you. Let them talk about you. Let them leave you. Your job is to be quiet and work. You will hurt, and you will have to push through it. By doing that, you build something inside you that can't be broken. The quiet place where you get strong. We live in a world where everyone wants to share their opinion. Everyone wants to be heard and told they are right. But the strongest men and women you will ever meet have learned how to be quiet. They have learned how to carry their pain with dignity and how to sit with their problems without begging for someone to save them. They have trained themselves not to get easily upset or fall apart when things get tough. This training doesn't happen where everyone can see. It happens in the dark. It happens when you are alone. It happens at 3 a.m. when you feel like your world is falling apart and there's no one there to help. It's just you and the silence. That silence is like a fire that tests you and makes you strong. It's where a warrior is made. The philosopher Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, just as hard work strengthens the body." But you don't get that strength by just reading his words. You get it by living them. You get it by walking through the hardest times and refusing to ask for an easy way out. You get it by being quiet enough to hear a voice inside you say, "You are not done yet. Get up again." Problem with most people is they are never quiet enough to hear that voice. Their minds are too noisy, filled with excuses and feeling sorry for themselves. They don't want the truth, they just want to feel better for a moment. But growth doesn't happen when you're seeking relief. It happens when you take responsibility. You are your own savior. Responsibility starts when you finally understand this. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not anyone. You are the only person who can save yourself. You do this, not by shouting for help, but by being quiet and listening to what your pain is trying to teach you. Pain always has a lesson. It's trying to shape you, to improve you, and to get rid of your weak parts. But if you keep talking over it, hiding from it, or trying to numb it, you'll never change. You'll stay small. You won't become disciplined. You'll just become distracted. And being distracted is the enemy of becoming great. You already know this deep down. You don't need another motivational quote. You need to be real with yourself. You need to face your pain quietly and willingly. Then you will rise up, quietly and stronger than ever. That's the Stoic way. It's not about being cold. It's about being powerful, focused, and steady. It teaches that you can't control the storm, but you can control how you stand in it. So when the world gets loud, you get quiet. When life hurts, you don't complain. You push through it. When your plans fail, you don't beg. You find a new way. You have to accept that life owes you nothing, but you are capable of anything if you're willing to go through the pain to get it. Think about that. Really feel the weight of being responsible for yourself, because that's what most people run away from. But the moment you take full ownership of your pain, it turns into your power. You're not being broken, you're being built. Every loss and every lonely, doubtful night is not a punishment. It's preparing you for what's next. But that's only true if you're quiet enough to see it and strong enough to endure it. If you want strength, you have to face pain. If you want wisdom, you have to shut up and listen to life. Growth is not gentle or kind, it's rough. It shatters your old self and pulls everything out of you that was holding you back. It leaves you with only the truth. And the truth is, you were never weak. You were just comfortable, and now that the comfort is gone, you are right where you need to be to find your real power.